What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to be talking about, can Rockstar Games be beaten with the Grand Theft Auto series and kind of just as a franchise in general with their games. Now we all know Rockstar have like the open world scene literally by the throat. I mean they just do an absolutely amazing job, right? They do an incredible job. The Grand Theft Auto series is absolutely nailed for kind of like realism when it comes down to like a real life open world game, but some game developers and some people feel like Rockstar Games are the only people that simply can create something like this. Now, with 2018 just around the corner, and there's a load of video games coming out, right? Open world genre as well, to be specific. Can these guys be beaten? Now, before I do continue any further into the video, I want you to get in the comment section below and let me know your honest thoughts. Do you think there could be another company like Rockstar to come out with another game very much similar to Grand Theft Auto, but with its own unique twist, and simply just, you know, not eliminate, but kind of like be up there with the GTA series in terms of how big it actually is? So get in the comment section below and let me know what you think about that. Now, I know a lot of people, first of all, might be thinking about the Saints Row series, and let's be honest, right? As much as the Saints Row series had so much potential with Saints Row 2, for example, they just went down a complete wrong road, which I do say very much now all game developers should kind of like avoid to some extent, and that is, if you're making an open world game, do not mix it with sci-fi shit, because it just doesn't work out. Look at Agents of Mayhem, for example. That was a fun game to play, but with all the sci-fi shit going on and like cars that are just like futuristic, no one was digging the game, you know, for as long as anyone thought they would, pretty much. I mean, it stayed out for like, what, a week or so, which was really suckish, because don't get me wrong, the game was fun to play, but again, they just kind of went down a very much cliche route, alright? Whereas when you go back to the Saints Row 2, of course, game, that was borderlining with GTA San Andreas, again, made by Rockstar Games, and it was very much similar. It had its own unique twist, its own unique little side missions and whatnot, and overall was a really fucking cool game to play. And if only they had put that and implemented that into Saints Row 3, it probably would have been a really big hit, and if not Saints Row 3, Saints Row 4, alright? It 100% would have been a hit, but unfortunately, of course, that series has more or less come to an end. I mean, as much as we all want Saints Row 5 to happen, I can't really see it happening anytime soon. I mean, not anytime soon, but it's not going to be a game that's sci-fi, but hey, that's a whole nother video. But with 2018, right, the thing is, we got a few games that are yet to come out that are still under the radar, right? And a very important one is EA's open world game. Now, I've only spoke about this a few times in videos before, and they did say they were going to make an open world game that's going to be similar to the GTA franchise. Now, that does sound great. It does sound good, because it's nice to have a refreshment that isn't going to be GTA, because I feel like Grand Theft Auto, even though it's a really fun game to play, with GTA 6 and everything going on, they are more or less pushing for an online kind of like atmosphere. But who the heck knows? They probably will do just as well as they did with GTA 5, but it's just about having a refreshment, a different style of a game, alright? Because you're not going to get like stupidly crazy combat in GTA 6 or, you know, GTA 5 in this case, as opposed to a game like Sleeping Dogs, which again was an open world game, borderline in that, you know, I think it was in like China or Hong Kong if I'm not mistaken. It was a fun game to play, but again, it just kind of like lost its potential for some weird reason. But when you look at like the combat and all that sort of thing, it was pretty much going down the correct road. I just genuinely think it was a series as a whole, and I've always said to myself, right, that location in a video game is super key. Simply because you want people to just, well, I mean, color's the first thing, that's what I should probably say. A color of a game is very important. You don't want to play an open world game like GTA in a dull world, right? Like GTA 4 was kind of in a dull world, but it was still New York, if that makes sense, so it kind of had its relevancy to some extent. But hopefully you guys get what I'm trying to say here. But with 2018, I definitely feel there can be a game that is going to creep up, or at least be announced anyway, but all developers need to realize is that people want a game that is not going to involve the cliche things that are going on right now, because I feel zombie open world games are becoming extremely overrated, and then secondly, the sci-fi stuff. I think they really need to start avoiding that stuff, otherwise the game just simply will be right up there, or down there with the other cliched games that have tried to make a come up. But I definitely do have some faith in EA's open world game. It just simply is a matter of it releasing and then actually seeing what they have to show to us. But taking a look at their previous games as well, I just feel they can nail it. I don't want a game like, you know, all the other like failed games, I guess you could say open world games in the last year. Watch Dogs 2 was a great game, don't get me wrong, Watch Dogs 2 was a great game, and even though it didn't pop as much, it still popped, right? And Watch Dogs 3 should be fantastic. They have to nail that one. But then when you look at games like Mafia 3 and Mafia 2, again, games like the first game has potential, like Mafia 2 had potential, then Mafia 3 went downhill. Saints Row 2 had potential, Saints Row 3 went downhill. So there's kind of like a trend there. So get in the comment section below and let me know what you guys do expect from an open world game when it comes down to getting the realism and kind of like real life aspect, but not be like GTA. So kind of like something that would separate it from being like GTA. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below. There's a ton of things. There is a ton of things. Like I said before, the combat, the vehicles, the side missions, the story, and you know, the setting as a whole. But like I said, drop your thoughts below, subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. But till then, I hope you guys have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.